Hello and welcome to Tony's Bonsai. Today I've got some silver birch to work on. There's nothing drastic needs doing. They're all quite nice. They've got good structures already in place. You just need pruning down and bringing into shape, ready for next year. So as I always say in the videos, I love this kind of work. It's dead chilled. Just sit here pruning away. I'll come back to you in 5 minutes when it's looking like it should be in the top international show in Tokyo. Well, that was nice, enjoyable bit of time. This is the front with a nice white trunk working its way up, and the idea of this is just to create the look of a big mature birch tree, and I think it's on its way. I think the winter canopy is going to look great on this in a couple of years. But in the spring, these leaves will come out half the size, and that's going to be a show. This is my mum's tree, she loves it, so I pruned it under her guidance. This is quite an interesting birch, and it's interesting for me because I can't remember ever having worked on it before. I found it in the garden. I've no idea what style I've tried to prune it into or what I'm doing with it. It's nice and healthy. I've just gone around doing some pruning, but what's really interesting is the base. It's got this lovely white base and it turns up back on itself, and then higher in the canopy it's got like one main leader going up. So again, I've just kind of trimmed it down and tried to prune it for ramification in the future. It's got two potential fronts, so if I spin it round, obviously from the other side, round here, it's got that same movement, obviously going in the opposite direction. So this is the feature of the tree, and it goes up, and then as it gets up to here, it goes back on itself again. And I think maybe next year I'll prune it back to that branch there, coming out to the right. Loads of potential for it anyway, but for today, at this time of year, it's just about getting the canopy under control, which is what I've done. I thought we'd finish up with a couple of trees that have never been shown on my channel before. Earlier in the spring I got hold of loads of bare rootstock birch. Now, it's not got the classic silver colour, but they're this kind of weird orangey colour. And I use these ones to create a fusion exposed root. I think it's going to be really interesting down at the bottom, that. And what I decided to do, after I'd put it together with vet tape, I applied some 6mm wire around the trunk, just to put some movement into that lower section, and it worked out really well. So that's an exciting one to be revealed next year. And amongst those trees was this. Now look at that. How is that for funky? I think that was the base of the root, and I just couldn't work out what to do with it. Obviously I couldn't use it in the fusion, so I ended up just planting it as an individual tree, and I'll just see what happens. Who knows? It's one of those where you just say plant it, see what happens, and you might have something interesting down the line. But as for this fusion, that's been allowed to just grow all year, which is what I do with all my fusions. You've just got to let them grow if you want them to thicken and fuse. It's had a really healthy year, and just one of the ones that I'm excited about taking a peek at next year and seeing how well they've fused. They're all experiments and great fun. I actually had my sister down the other day, and I had her pruning this field maple, which is grown in the ground, and she's hacked off all the suckers and pruned all the shoots back. So that's some quite interesting material. I just thought I'd let you know about this one, and my plan for this fusion is to grow it as a broom style. I think it'll be really elegant the way the trunk comes up and then splays out into these elegant trunks coming up. So yeah, I like the idea of that. just thought I'd show you a couple of these extra trees anyway. As I say, you've never seen them before, so just something to pique your interest. As always, thanks for joining me. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Hello and welcome to Tony's Bonsai. Today I've got some silver birch to work on. There's nothing drastic needs doing. They're all quite nice. They've got good structures already in place. You just need pruning down and bringing into shape, ready for next year. So, as I always say in the videos, I love this kind of work. It's dead chilled. Just sit here pruning away. I'll come back to you in 5 minutes when it's looking like it should be in the top international show in Tokyo.